Okay, final major project. How is it going?
It's going really well.
Let's just load your website up first because it seems to have disappeared. Okay, going really well. What does that mean?
I'm on track. I'm doing as best as I can. I'm focused on getting the jingles sorted, so I've done all the voiceovers when I went back into the booth today. And I put them into 4 different separate sequences, all within the same project, just so it's easier for me to add them to it when it comes to putting them in.
Okay, so you have recorded all of the audios, all of the script,
Yes.
the news included.
Yes.
Okay, how many jingles do you need for your show?
4.
4. Okay, and how many jingles have you done?
4. I just got to add the backing track to the one that's about Capital, so it says like the radio station in general.
Okay, so you've got 1 for the station ID, 1 for your show ID?
Yes, and then 2 for games.
1 for each game?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So what's next?
Is putting it all together, editing, making sure everything's right, I don't have any gaps or any breaks or anything. Just make sure if there's any breaks to put it in with my.
Okay, sign into your website for me because for some reason it won't load, so then I can see it. And while you're doing that, you can multitask. What does the next 2 weeks look like in terms of workload and meeting deadlines? What's next?
Will be making sure I get the rough edit done. So
with everything in time-wise, when are you hoping to get your rough edit completed by?
along your schedule you showed today, so by tomorrow, period 2.
Okay, so the end of tomorrow, you're hoping to have your rough edit done, and then you're gonna do a test screening.
Yep, do a test screening.
And when are you gonna do that?
Thursday morning.
So period 1. Okay, and how are you gonna record that?
I'll use a Zoom, so I'll gain the feedback from Zoom, so write down questions and ask them.
So you do a focus group?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, when you prepare those questions for your focus group, think about what it is that you want to find out in terms of what do you need to know to help you improve?
Okay.
Okay? So is it that you want to get feedback on your presenting style, or you want to get feedback on your rants, or you just
how it goes, how it contrasts, how it goes from the song to the ramp and then back.
Exactly. So what I would do is think about every element that makes up your radio show, and then base a question on each of those, because the big one for you is branding.
Yes.
So you need to make sure that the people in your focus group target audience are people that listen to Capital, because they need to have a brand awareness.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will take you up to period 1 Thursday. Then you'll be able to write questions, record, and begin evaluating in that session.
Yes.
Period 2, complete the evaluation.
Yeah, complete the evaluation and then start making the changes for my final edit.
Okay. Are you coming in on Friday?
I might come in on Friday or Monday.
So Friday or Monday, hopefully you might get the final edit done.
Okay.
Or say by Tuesday, if you come in on Friday or Monday, I think by Tuesday lunchtime you'll actually be ready to do a final
Test screen.
test screen. And how are you going to do that? Are you going to do that as a questionnaire or as another focus group?
Questionnaire. I'll vary with how I get my feedback.
Perfect. So questionnaire that time. So again, prepare a really detailed questionnaire that asks all those type of things that you've done for your rough edit. But don't be afraid also to ask for things that they think should still be improved at that point, because that will help feed into your overall evaluation. Okay, so at that point you can then use that feedback, do an evaluation of that feedback, also then use that to write your overall evaluation. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the plan between now and next week. Then let's just have a little look through this. So a diary on the 29th of March when you received the brief. You've got a mind map of initial ideas. You then have diary entries for over the Easter holidays, documenting what you did. Yes. You've then got some initial research that you've done. The draft of your proposal. Is this the one that you submitted to me, or the one that I wrote all over?
When I wrote, you wrote.
Okay, so on the submission checklist. Yeah. If not, it doesn't matter. But just in case you got confused, that's what it means. You've then got a diary for the 18th, 19th, the 20th was the pitch. You've got the pitch slides, your cue cards, your pitch evaluation, and the video. Good. Now the proposal final draft. Oh, there you are. I just wanted to check. So remember what I said in here. Because you'd already done some initial research, okay? So all of this research up here had already been done.
So
okay. So put that into your proposal. Say, I'll begin my research by looking at X, Y, and Z. Put the links in, and you could even write a little bit about what it was that you found out. So put that into your proposal.
Okay.
So do you want to mark that down as the first thing? So add initial research to final proposal. Yeah. Good. Okay. So then we moved on to you came in on day off there on the 21st. So then we've got your research portfolio, and we've got a range of primary and secondary research, and it's all been evaluated in terms of what you found out. And we've mentioned before about the bits that you was going to improve to talk about how it informed your planning, and that's now been updated. We then had 25th, 26th. So we've got the 26th there, and the 25th is there. Okay, 26th and the 27th, 28th, 29th. Okay, we then had the evaluation of that research, continuing research. We then diary for the 2nd of May, 3rd of May, and
4th is underneath it.
the 4th of May, good. And they did some questionnaire analysis, interview and the analysis, and an overall research evaluation, fantastic. Bibliography, has this been Harvard referenced?
It needs to go into alphabetical order. That's
Good, so you've
how
got
would it be in alphabetical order? Wouldn't it be by
it's by surname, yeah?
surname?
But obviously BBC would go after, a surname becomes the BBC would still go in that section.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just put that in alphabetical order, and that's all been referenced correctly. Well done. And make sure everything you've been on is updated on there. So even if in post production you use more sources, make sure that's put on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Go on. Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah. Didn't you helped me with looking at a bit of research when I was in middle pre-production. They were the same sites that I used during my initial research, wasn't it? So I didn't need to update it.
Because it was capital.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you could do is, because if you accessed it
So-
on that day, because if I went on there today, that information might not be on there, which is why it's important to have the access date. So you could put it in there twice, but with the different access date.
Okay.
Yeah, and just match that to your diary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
perfect. Okay. We then have diary entry for. No, you came in on the Monday. So now we've started pre-production. So we've got a budget breakdown, email correspondence to do with your booking forms.
I need to add more to my contingency.
yeah,
plan. I've just realised.
Contingency needs to be bulked out. So remember the example that I gave you where you look at every single element. So I'm talking about exporting and mixing down, yeah? Storing things on your memory stick and on the Macs. What's going to happen if you couldn't make a booth session? Everything needs to be considered and have a backup plan, okay? So the contingency plan needs to be bulked out. Then I have a diary for the 9th, the 10th. We've got booking form twice. Oh, that's budget. Okay, that's my mistake. 9th, 10th, and the 11th. Progress review of me. Okay, so we've got drafts of the script. In your diaries, have you spoke about the feedback from these scripts and what you're going to do to change it?
I can't remember.
Today I finished my first draft and got 3 people to annotate. I have 2 so far on my website. Also done with a tutor. So I think that there needs to be some detail in this diary about what people suggested needed changing.
Not in this one.
Yes. Okay. So 16th of May, diary. Details about first draft of script. Yeah.
First draft script.
Yeah. And then on the 17th, obviously you then had another feedback, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you've written in your diary, second draft of my script, and then got 2 people on my tutor, and one of my peers gave me feedback for the script. I then started to make the changes that suggested on my script. Well, you need to tell me what those are, okay? So the same thing, but for the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be for the second draft. Okay, then we have the proposal draft 1, proposal draft 2, running order draft 1. Do we have the running order final? Yep, good. And the final draft of the proposal. Where is the final draft of your script?
It's further down. It's not mistaken.
Perfect. Draft new script. Which draft is this? Oh, that's the new script.
Yeah, I need to add.
So you haven't got your actual script on there because here. Oh, where are we? So we've got annotated first draft of scripts and your music list. Then that's the feedback from second. So where's the second draft of the script? So this is the first draft and 3 people annotated it. Where's the second draft to match the feedback here?
Oh, I don't see.
Yeah? And then I don't have the final draft.
Okay.
Yeah? So add second draft and final draft of your script. Good. You then did some more research to help you with your branding, because that was an issue of your script, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's why if you have more detail in your diaries, it will make sense why you needed to go and add all this research.
Yeah.
Yeah. You then moved on to saying that now you need to do your radio's news script, and that you looked at 1, 2. Did you only look at 2?
No, 3 is further down. So underneath the news.
Okay, you just need to put the video in.
You just need to put.
Yeah, you remember to do that. Yeah. And then you need the final draft of your new script as well.
Yeah, so I'll put that next to that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Perfect.
just-
Okay, so you are completely up to date. Those bits need tweaking. Okay. From this point on, then, you need to screenshot anything new you do in post production. Okay. Anything you're doing. So if you're sourcing background tracks, they all need to go on your reference list. Don't they? 'Cause you're going to be taking them from the website or from music or somewhere.
So all the
Are they from YouTube?
all the videos. So I need to put all the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put that in your Harvard reference. Yeah. Okay. Jingle wise, did you use any new techniques in GarageBand?
Not really. No, I just used the ones that I learnt when we done it the first time round.
Okay, so when did you make your jingles? On Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so underneath here, could we have some screenshots from GarageBand to show where your jingles are?
Yeah. So
So
I'll show you the ones I've done now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So jingle 1, station ID, and then a screenshot of it. Jingle 2, program ID, and then a picture of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screenshot.
Okay. And then when you are editing in Adobe Audition, I want to see screenshots when you're using new techniques. So if you're doing anything to adjust volume levels, if you're adjusting your voice, anything that you're doing that's showing technique, screenshot that and put it in the diary.
So I noticed I did adjust the volume when I started putting it in.
Yeah.
So show screenshot.
Yeah, and when you're obviously showing that you're crossfading or anything that you're doing with your ramps and that sort of thing, because you're not just putting clip and clip, are you? You're going to be doing lots and lots of crossfades to make sure that your ramps and your intros and outros work really nicely. Okay? So then you're going to prepare your questions for your focus group and conduct the focus group, and then prepare the questions for the questionnaire and issue the questionnaire, and then your overall evaluation.
Yeah.
All right? Any worries?
There's still got to do in 2 weeks.
Yeah? You will be fine. Stick to the schedule that we just discussed. Okay? These bits can all be tweaked at home, can't they? Your time in college needs to be spent on using the software and getting everything edited.
Yeah, I can't, apart from the screenshots of the jingles and the drafts, that's all I need
But
to
even
do.
if you quickly do the screenshots at the end of the day, then you've got them on your memory stick to add in at home, haven't you?
Okay.
Yeah? Does that sound all right? Yeah? All your diaries are up to date. The only thing to add onto your website is your screenshots, your rough edit and the feedback, the final edit and the feedback, and your overall evaluation.
Yeah.
All right?
I can't remember how you put it on the SoundCloud, isn't it? You log in and you drag and drop it on, isn't it? And then you just let it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? But what I will also do is I will take a exported version of your show and put it on my hard drive as well, just in case we have any issues with SoundCloud, then we've got the product as well.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Well done.